a light brew. Heavy conversations, of course.
But I was like, did they also used to do that? But also don't.
Visit ke.thebar.com and grab a Tusker Lite to turn up the light as you listen to your fave podcast. Excessive alcohol consumption is harmful to your health. Not for sale to persons under the age of 18.
Okay, Hello Day podcast, here we come. We are on to episode 15. We are growing. And by the way, the guests are even getting finer with every episode. I don't know what it is. But it's how we roll. Thank you so much for always keeping it, with us on our social media platforms, and especially Sana on YouTube and on Spotify. Asante Sana, we appreciate you following, subscribing, and also sharing this content. Shiko Kaitani here with you, Kamakawa. This time around, another great conversation specifically for you ladies. I feel this one will be more for you. It's more of like a girl thing, okay? Because we kind of get it. And oh my, I had to go to Europe, by the way, to get this guest, just so you know. Yeah, so she flew in specifically for this podcast. Look who's here, Wendy Kimani. Yay! Hi. So you tell them that this podcast is becoming like the Oprah podcast, Diary of a CEO. We are just flying in guests.
I mean, just for you. Just for you.
Why is it so unbelievable that I would fly Wendy in?
It's not.
Yeah.
Why would it be?
See, I'll get there.
You're there. I see, I'm here.
Hi, sis. How are you?
Thanks for having me.
I know. I decided I'm going to wear something today, and I wanted to see if Wendy would actually be able to recognize it.
Yes.
And funny enough, as we're getting on set, you're like, that chain looks so familiar.
I know. Immediately I saw it and I was like,
yes. You will not believe. Let me give you the story about this chain. Once upon a time, when people used to call me Shiko Kaitani of Tazama Chapa, I got the call and I had to get on set like ASAP. And Wendy, who I've known for like, I don't know, a billion years, was like, babe, I got you. Can you believe she gifted me this chain? I think this is almost 15 years ago.
oh my God, yes, if not
Or 20.
20. Yes.
20 years ago.
God.
That's how old this chain is.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank
Crazy.
you so
and
much.
it still looks good. You make it look good.
Thank you. And thank you for always having been there. Like I was getting kind of emotional when I was getting dressed. I was like, oh my gosh, let me see if she'll remember this chain.
Oh, but we have been in this industry together as babies, just trying to figure out, you in radio and and presenting, and me in music.
Yes.
In our bus from Nazarene.
Nazarene is where it all started.
You and your bag and your organization. And
when
always like
you
with your cameras and your microphones. I know.
I know. And here we are. Just now our mamas.
I know, but I mean, I've refused the mama label. I've refused.
Wendy has refused to accept she's an auntie Wahari.
I've refused. Well, with those grandmas who you'll see there over there, we are doing TikToks. Promise.
No, and we need to get to that. And you look it anyway.
Thank you.
How are things? And welcome back home.
Thank you so much. I love being back home. You know it. Like I've tried ever since I moved. I've tried to come at least once a year.
Mm-hmm.
Hang out with the girls, and December has become the new time to come back. Of course, I bring my family. We escape winter.
Yes.
And Kenyans are more available.
It's so true. Now
I love it.
It's back to back for you.
Back to me. I love it. Involve me.
Yeah.
Involve me.
Just give me a plan.
Just don't ask me what I want to do. Just say, Wendy, you're at your gate. Wear sweater or not, or beba bikini. I don't know, whichever it is.
Yes.
Just give me the rules.
Already. And by then it really shows on her socials. Hey, Wendy knows how to live life. I won't even lie.
Because there's no life there. So I came to live it here.
Right?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's so great to see Wendy doing some new stuff. I mean, even just evolving in her artistry. And that's really what we want to focus on today, but more so about the cultures that we see that are happening behind the music, right? It's about the struggle, it's about the challenges, it's about how to overcome them. And we felt that this would be such a great topic, especially for female creatives watching this podcast. And so, Wendy, we're titling this one, Sexual Favors Are Not Currency.
Ooh.
Because there's just too much of that going on here.
Yes.
As in, it's like we have never learned. This game is as old as I don't even know what. This issue of having to either know someone or do something for you to climb up the ladder.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just here, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, Diddy documentary, case in point. You know, it's everywhere. And it's really sad because it feels like you and your hard work and your talent is not enough. It doesn't matter. You need to compromise on your morals to get to a specific place that you have in your vision.
Right.
And then sometimes you have to be like, do I want to do that?
Yeah.
Or do I not want to do that and be happy with where I end up without doing that? And those are tough questions you have to ask yourself, you know.
True.
And we ask ourselves, me included. I used to think these are myths, you know. People say, I'm like, you know, it had not happened to me.
It will work out.
I mean,
naturally shock on you.
I mean, how? How would someone ask you with a straight face?
Yes.
But it usually isn't coming in a straight face. These things come very like subtle and long grooming kind of thingies. You know,
imagine we are groomed.
And you don't know. And you're a smart chick. We've been to uni. You know,
right?
Primo, Seco uni. We know these things. But you just never. You hear the stories, but you never see it ever happening to you.
Right.
So the day it happens, it doesn't sink in. And you're like, nah, it can't be.
It's true.
Why is this so nice? Oh, why is this so nice to me? Nah, it can't be. We are friends. We are friends. Until the thing happens and you're just like, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I know.
That's what you wanted.
And there's just so much exploitation going on, especially of young female creatives. It's very shocking to see how you're just thrown in the deep end where you have to make this decision. It's either, by the way, do I want that radio gig that much?
Yeah.
Do I really want to be on TV? Can I get my song on radio?
Right. Like, if I just do this thing, then my song is on radio high rotation. But also, what guarantees that?
Yeah.
What guarantees that?
That's the problem.
You're going to get that, you see. So that's the thing. Like, you just have to be like, okay, if I do this thing.
Yeah.
But if you do that, how are you going to feel about yourself? I can't imagine anyone would be feeling amazing about themselves.
Yeah.
How do you give yourself the credit?
Okay, I
mean, I guess some people are like, whatever, I'll do what I want. There's people who are like, this is my dream, I'll do whatever it takes to get me to where I want to be. And, you know, do you. Me, I'm the kind of person who's like, do you, boo-boo.
Yeah. and that's what I wanted to ask you. Like, to some extent, have you always just been like, guy, by the way, do I really need these morals?
you do. I'm not gonna lie, let's just be real. You question yourself, like, and you imagine, like, okay, let's see myself saying yes and how it's going to go down.
Yeah. Then you look at the person who's asking for that favor, you're like, it's not that serious.
The person is looking like a shoe. But would it have helped if he looked better? You know, it's still you feel used. You know that feeling of feeling you're using me and you're not respecting me as a human being and
for,
someone.
And for my talent.
And for my talent, for my hard work and the things that I'm doing. No.
Yeah.
That I'm just like, it outweighs that doing it that way, you know, for me personally. So I'm like, you have to choose. And sometimes you ask that question yourself, like, how bad do I want this?
Right.
Do I want this enough to do this thing? Or is keeping my, you know, my dignity important? And then whatever comes off of my hard work, I'll take that.
And then, you know, you look at this gap that happens, Wendy, because we've seen other, you know, socialites or influencers literally saying they had to do crazy ass things in order for them to get ahead. You've heard about the crazy Dubai stories. You've heard about politicians and influencers here. And of course, you know, big wigs in the corporate space. And it's an overnight success type of thing. You're over there hustling through Nazarene, your 4 years, taking around your CDs, knocking at Shafi Weru's office, please play my music. Walimu Rachel.
Yeah. And first of all, I have to thank a lot of people actually supported me in that journey. Because of course people wouldn't be knowing my music and supported me without those favors.
Yes.
Just come, interview, you get your thing.
Right.
Thank God, some other things have not worked out. Trying to get to a specific level have not worked out. And I don't want this to sound like, I didn't make it because it's not really blaming. It's just knowing that this is the environment that I'm working in,
the dynamics,
and I'm not willing to do a certain things. And I've made peace with it. And I'm like, it's okay, we'll do other things. And then now, thank God for TikTok. At least we can use that to cover that space.
Gen Z, you've come through.
To cover that space, of like where people are not really giving you that chance.
It's
there
so
you give yourself the
ridiculous.
chance. So there's a lot of spaces to give yourself that chance and be like, okay, I'll make it in
and
different
I think
ways.
that's really giving hope to a lot of young people who kind of feel lost and are like, who don't feel seen in whatever space they are in. Because let me tell you, the way social media has come to just revolutionize everything, it's just made us all equal. Like Sasa now, it's up to you. You
now
figure out
do
how
your
you
best.
Do your best.
Come up with a plan.
I think, then from there now people start paying attention.
Exactly.
But that's the thing. So you've said that you're not willing to compromise. How comes we don't really hear guys ever talk about this, in your opinion? Like, do
it's
guys
embarrassing. What do you mean? Like,
do guys even care?
Guys like men?
Yeah, men. Do men actually care?
But are men... I mean, I don't think so.
Men
I think
would
sex
happily give you that sexual favor.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like... No, I'm not going to speak for everybody because, one, I'm not a man. Two, I actually haven't ever had a story at you. But I feel like men just enjoy it. I mean, this is a man's world, right? And that's like, just part of the thing. Like,
the thing is,
to them, they're like win-win.
Win-win.
Like, you hook me up and I get some.
Exactly. And at the same time, it just so happens you're my boss. But
hello,
it's fine.
but Ayla, come on, Mama Kango. Okay, me on the other hand,
I know
it's different.
Yeah. So do you see that disparity with your male counterparts in the industry? I
mean, I don't. That's the thing. But I also think men. There's a lot of men in the industry, and men bond men-wise. It's like, let's do deal, business. Then to them it's serious. Let's get this done. I think when it's a guy who's at a specific spot, and then an upcoming female artist, you're young, you're soft, you're supple. You're just over there with your dreams. You're groomed properly. You end up in someone's house. Trying to chill to discuss your plan. I don't know. You think you're important. You think you're being, taken seriously until you find out not. And that's why I think maybe it's time now for us to just, as women, let's just make our own community. Like now you just be like, let me get my female artist. When I went to perform at Nakili Sessions, they were like, we're trying to get female artists a spot to perform and push their music, find their crowd. And I found that so nice. And I was like, why don't we do this like overall? Like
across
female,
different
we have female artists. Let female presenters and music producers go like, hey, we're looking for female artists. We want to push them more.
That's amazing.
Let's have that together. And then even with each other, go like, hey, I'm a musician to musician. You're promoting your song.
Let's all come through for you.
Here's who I know. Go, and then and the other way around. Come for my shows. Presenters, come for my shows. Come sit in my VIP. All those things. Then we have at least our own support. At least we'll have that.
So how have you guys survived all through the use, the Dellas?
Yes.
I don't know if I should throw a money in that mix. I'm trying to think of other random names that are coming into my mind. I think the guys who've been there for a decade plus.
You just make a choice on what you will do and what you won't do. I think it's just as simple as that.
It's slow, but
at least this is something that I'll be happy with at the end of it. Of course, your vision is not coming to, you see yourself somewhere in some big stage or whatever, but then at what cost? speaking for myself,
Yeah.
that's just how it is. And I said, at the end of it all, when I tear everything away, like when I was me and nobody knew who I was and I just knew how to sing, what did I want to do? Why did I want to do that? The why is because I love it.
Yeah.
And I want, when someone listens to my music, they're like, Aki, when I had that song, Aki, it reminded me of my ex who it touched someone in some way.
Yes.
Or when that breakup song you sang,
Yes.
yeah, it helped me through something.
Yeah.
That's actually what I want. In fact, but when you interact, if you interact with my music in a way that's like, whoa, it does something for me, then I did a good job.
Absolutely, by the way, that's the whole point.
I did a good job. Yeah.
So there is something that you actually mentioned before we started recording, right? And you actually talked about some of the challenges, especially in this market, is, okay, fine, yeah, we're talking about sexual favors, but it's about who you know.
It's who you know.
So forget about also being asked about is how.
The
other issue is unajua nani.
Yeah,
So
I think that's everywhere in every industry, right?
And it's annoying.
Yeah, so I think it's a skill also you have to learn. So if it does not include the
Yeah.
if it's really genuine, it's a skill we have to have networking as artists. It's something I had to learn the hard way. Like, I did not know that. I think after TPF, to be honest, I'll tell you the overwhelming feeling of coming out of a house and then everybody is telling you like, hey, know, bado unapandanga matatu. Hey, unakujanga places. You've been in places with me. We've gone out and you're like, when do you come to places like this? Right. I was like, where should I go?
Yes.
I didn't win 5 million.
I know, right?
That's about 5 million.
Yeah.
But it's just like you feel it's so intimidating and everybody has something to say about it. And then you feel like, guy.
Yeah.
And you become small. You need to be strong. This industry is not, and I think that's why Ian was there for us.
All right.
To toughen us, guys. Ain't no lie.
You can't be
You can't be woye. You have to be able to sell your dream to someone. If there's someone who you feel like this is someone who can invest in my dream, you have to be able to go and pitch it in 5 minutes and say, this is the idea I have. You know. And also just ask questions. There's some people who you'll meet and you'll be like, oh, you've been in the industry, tell me how would I get here? Like someone comes to you want to be a presenter, how do I get there?
Yeah.
You should be able to have those networking conversations. But if you're timid, you're losing out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wendy was making us laugh about this whole thing of guys name dropping in this country.
Look, I was like, did I also used to do that? But I also don't know a lot of.
Did you lose touch of what it means to actually be in a Kenyan space? In Kenya,
I've become a little bit Kenyan naive.
Yeah.
A little bit. And I'm noticing it because most of my time is spent there.
Yes.
And so, of course, I assimilate to the culture there. And nobody really name drops.
Yeah.
In the
like
Netherlands.
Who's our MC and MP? Lakini huku lazima ujue.
Huku lazima, everyone will tell you, like, this friend of mine, she's the GM of the and this one, that one is also the top. Those guys own sijui which bank. I was like, this is very interesting. Like, did I forget that this was what has been happening? And then now I notice it more.
Their family owns which bank?
Yeah, it's not like they're going to tell you, so go talk to them, they sponsor you. They just own the bank. I took idea.
So I know the family who own Bank of India.
You see?
So you're waiting for them to be like,
I'm like,
you don't need to apply for anything. He's alone.
Right. When will you introduce me? Like, we do this thing. But no.
It's just that you just know. I know.
Like, I just needed you to know who I am. So
it's annoying. I think the moral of the story is, guys, if you have connections, can it please be useful?
Right.
Otherwise, literally, there's no need of knowing you.
Right.
Yeah.
It needs to be useful.
Your names on your ID.
Exactly. How we just figure stories? If you know you're not going to help me, don't tell me these things.
Exactly. It's true.
So,
And I think also in terms of sponsorship, that's really a big issue for creatives.
Yeah.
We
need it.
Yeah.
Artists need it, especially when you're beginning. It's a lot of money, and then in this country, before you see your ROI come back, like through, let's say, shows, or that you're selling, do we even sell CDs anymore? Streams. You have to get how many streams to get a significant amount of money. Everybody wants free comms. Or like most shows, you don't really break even. So it's like, how do we make our money?
It's true.
Sometimes you have to be, it's nice. It would be nice to have like more people sponsor these spaces, because if there's no jobs, creativity is the one thing we will always have.
Right.
I think everyone can be creative.
Yeah.
And especially now that you don't have, if there's not a lot of jobs, you need someone to sponsor. If you're like, okay, I have this idea, I want to start a podcast, I want to start doing music, I want to start a clothing line. All those things are things that are going to elevate us to a different level.
That's the thing. And,
yeah.
And it's so sad. In fact, as in, I really hope that this is the one part of this entire conversation that gets to like some MD out there.
And the guys who own that for the bank.
The guy who owns the Listen, the corporate community and how detached it is from the orange economy is just ridiculous in this country. And I don't know that this is an African thing, but let's just speak about Kenya, because the fact that we don't have MDs thinking about, by the way, how do we jump into the biggest growing economy now, which is now creatives?
Yeah.
I mean, like, come on board. What's it gonna take to back up a couple of people here and there? And I don't know, maybe you can give me your thoughts on this. Is there like some sense of, I don't know that it's to call it jealousy, envy, when you see a lot of backing up towards one specific artist for a period, instead of it just being distributed across the board? So for example, the issue of, it was Nyashinsky for a while, he was getting all the gigs, EBL would come on board, whatever. Now obviously it's BN.
Okay.
BN is sold out shows, all the corporates, all the this. Essentially, he's the one who's like the flagship brand for Kenya. What's it like, in artist spaces? How do they approach these conversations?
I mean,
like,
I don't.
Come on.
You see, I've also been away for a while, so I'm not very sure about that. But I mean, if for Nyashinsky BN, they've been up there, they've worked hard, and they've made those connections, so it's working. And from a brand perspective, I can imagine, you want to be connected to the big thing, right? It makes sense. And why not? But I'm just thinking, why don't we have like foundations that say, hey, every year we have X amount of money, apply, send a proposal, apply, specifically for music or specifically for content creation, and say, send your music in, tell us what you want to do with it, and then make it public in a way that we can find it, we can see it. It's a website, it's clear how we can apply, and then, we go in. You can give for whatever amount of money. You can say, okay, I just want to do one show, or I want to do a project of like an album, or I want to do a tour, and then you can sponsor. But let's have something that is open, that we can go in and, guys have money in this country. You can create a foundation like that and support, support. And then people have jobs. People will have things to do, So I don't know why that's not being done. I don't know if it's a power thing. Let's just have power and just watch other people and keep telling them like, you see, I have power because I know Nani was the bank. Oh, you know this? Good. I just needed you to know.
But okay, if you want to play the devil's advocate, see, even me, I know Wendy of TPF.
Sasa, and then sasa when you kufanya nini, you see.
I know Wendy of TPF, I'm name dropping. When you call me, I'm like, Wendy of TPF. I hate people who do that. Shiko Keitani. I'm like, you just...
What is about Chapa?
You don't have to say both my names. Just say, hi, Shiko. It's obviously they're in a bar somewhere. But so that being said, that's a really good point. And and something for you to also think about if you are in that creative space. I mean, how can we, kind of encourage more people to actually jump in and support artists? So that being said, the other challenges that you need to highlight, Wendy, besides obviously the sexual favors and the misuse of power, is these barriers that you need to overcome here.
Right.
You can highlight maybe one or two that really just gets you feeling, do I really want to be in this industry anymore? I mean, if it's going to be this hard, no.
I feel like mediocrity.
Yeah.
No, is that the right word? Or lack of discipline, or just like do what you're going to say. We don't have it. We don't have it. Including me also when I was here, I didn't have it.
Yeah,
the Dutch culture has taught me a lot. Yeah, the Dutch culture has taught me to be on time. It has taught me to do what I said I will do.
So it's frustrating when you're the only one who's
when
trying to get it done.
And including when you're trying to work with people here and then you're abroad, you're like, okay, I mean, this is the age of the internet. You should be able to work together online. But sasa, you're not around.
And
so,
then the Gengeton group you're working with still at 1824. And it's midday.
So it's like, like you're trying to think, how do I, like, I'm trying to work with you, the Kenyan.
I saw it so many times.
And then I'm just like, you've taken my money and now you're not picking up my calls.
Oh, no, that's shady.
Yeah. Yet on the side, people are like, why did you stop singing? Just give us more music.
Yeah.
People are just taking my money left and right,
oh, no.
not giving me any product.
Yeah.
You see? So it's very difficult. And I started working. The music I've done right now is done by a Dutch producer who was very curious about the African.
Wow.
Like,
I think I could do Afrobeat.
Yeah. And I was like, sure, let's give it a try.
Yeah.
And this guy is in the studio at the time he says he'll be in the studio. He's not opening it. He's sitting down.
Yeah.
I find him there. And then later, everything is given to me on the date he said he will give it to me.
All right.
I have never had to discuss anything except, I got sick or he has something. And he always lets you know, I have something happening on the 25th that we saved.
Yeah.
And he tells me a week before. So refreshing.
Isn't it? So the professionalism is what you're saying that we definitely need to improve on.
In fact, that's an opportunity.
Yeah.
I think it's an opportunity. If someone would come in and say, let me be disciplined.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I think everybody will come to you because I think people are craving it.
They really are.
That's the opportunity where you'll actually make because people are playing around.
Yeah.
You be disciplined. Everyone will come to you because they're like, this person will always deliver.
And sometimes, you kind of have to throw shade on people who really aren't doing it for the passion. So there's a whole lot of this thing of, you have to pay for interviews, pay for music to be out there. You need to, I don't know.
That is just strange.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have never had to pay for an interview in my whole career. To hear people are going through, you have to pay for an interview is interesting because this is content. It's a collaboration. Like
I'm helping you build your audience.
You know what I mean? I am not a big brand who is paying for advertising space. You know what I mean? I'm giving you the content that gives you that space, and then now you get the guys
and
who
I've had
pay.
that so many times. Of course, I won't mention names because the thing here is to get people on, rotational airplay. Poor guys. Like they're just gonna have to do something in order for it to be there. But I think now that's what we're talking about. Like,
I think.
We need to.
I don't know. It's you see that comes down to also who do you know, and networking. So if you go to these industries and then you do your thing, so people are also seeing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because if now for you as a presenter and I come to you, you had no idea who I am. I'm like, I need my music on radio. You don't even know how good I am.
Yeah.
What work have I done? You need to know that if you're going to put this stuff online or on rotation, it's good.
Yeah.
Right? So it's important now with TikTok and social media and everything. You literally can do everything yourself and put it up there.
Yeah.
That's your portfolio.
Yes.
Show it.
Just
Say,
send a link.
this is what I have done.
Right.
Listen to my music. Let me know. And now the power now is on you as the presenter or the music producer to be like, oh, this is good. Let me support this artist.
Right.
And put them there.
Yeah.
You see?
Because how else will also even the industry
How
grow?
else?
There's that
most people are independent nowadays.
Yeah. And that nonsense of, by the way, we don't have good music. I mean,
we have a lot of good music. We have a lot of good music.
Yeah.
I think the problem would be we just don't have enough money to push it as far as we would want it to. So support us to pate pesa.
Yes.
We push it. We give you more and more better Kenyan artists, female and male.
Exactly. And then we don't have to look for sponios.
Yeah, so you're not telling us, now who is the biggest female artist? Why do people keep asking asking that, and you keep seeing so many of these, especially the young ones coming up, with amazing music, R&B, soul, all types of music. Alafu hakuna female artists. Honestly, I'm tired of hearing that.
And I feel for you guys, because you can't like give your 100% to your craft, because you need to find another way to support it. Isn't it?
You have to,
You will not find so by the Rihanna needs to go for her shift at McDonald's.
Did you know Summer Walker used to work? I saw that. I was surprised. She used to work at I don't know, like a McDonald's something. That was interesting to hear. But also for me, it's so amazing.
An Uber driver,
but do what you have to do. Actually, for me, I'm like, do what you have to do. If you need to ride do that Uber driving usiku. So that you get the money to Me, I did bands of Monday to Friday at pubs here and there. I did it.
I love it.
And I also, even now currently I have a job, a 9 to 5. I did all those things. You have to do, if that's what you want. Don't be afraid that people will say. Say leo nasikiza music yako wana dance. Because you worked and you got the money for the video, you got the money because you did all that you could do.
All right.
At the end of it, you have it, as long as you're comfortable with what you did for it.
Don't go back to what we were talking about before, because remember, sexual favors are not currency. But at least the job will get you closer to where you need to be.
You see, so do the work, get your money, support, be your first investor. And that way people will see, this person is serious about this.
I love it. So as we start winding up, Wendy, you need to tell us a little bit about your musical journey, how it's been, what's now new about you.
Yes.
I know probably when that's another cliche question that you guys don't like. You're like, Kwanis, you can already hear the music. But I mean, how different do you want to go with this sound now?
So I don't think it's necessarily different. I think I have just been building up on it and like figuring it out, like building Legos. And you're like, I like this piece, or this piece I don't like. With every song that I've done, I've grown to know what I like and what I don't like. And now with the music that I'm releasing right now, it really finally feels like me.
Oh, wow. Congrats.
It finally feels like the music that I had in my head that says, this is Wendy.
Yes.
According to me. So I'm so excited to share it and be like, you guys listen to this. What do you think? Is this the Wendy and is this the Wendy you can appreciate? Because I also wanted to speak to you. I wanted to vibe to it. I can't wait for you to hear it. So I have Sisemi, which came out in April. Nakutaka na sisemi. I know. And the one that I just released like a week ago called Just For You. Perfect party like anthem
for
I
December.
think. Soulful party anthem, I guess I could call it.
Right.
I love it.
So you don't like also these these labels that people or boxes that people put you in. It's just you're building.
You're just building. I mean, being a creative, you're always evolving.
There's no such thing.
There's no I mean, some people are very stuck in their ways, and that's fine. But for me, I love so many different types of music. But I think there's always going to be a signature, of you, and then you experiment with everything else. I mean, that's the fun part.
I like the way Mr. Lenny used to get so irritated because everyone used to be like, he's just a guy for collabs.
Oh my God.
Because that was the box that people had put him in. Like, it would be impossible to
collabs are fun.
That Mr. Lenny has his own music at Yana Julikana to come say wa collabo. Anything. So he used to get so irritated by that title because he was
I can imagine. I can imagine. Yeah, you also want to be known for your own thing, and even in that collab, your part was your part.
Right?
You see, your part was your part. So, me, I love collabs. It's amazing because you're collaborating with someone else. You feed off each other's energy, and it always comes out. My collabs also have been the things that have put me up so there as well. So
young creatives, by the another idea, collab
until Luko.
Until upite Mr. Lenny.
Pite collab mpaka wakuongeleshe mpaka wachoke kuambia umefanya collab.
And he's so silly. So how are we gonna get your music? Where you are currently like posting it up on? Are we doing a
Yes.
Spotify thing? Is it YouTube? Like what's up?
So for everyone who's been like, Wendy had to dream, where's your music?
Yeah.
My music is on all streaming platforms. It's on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music.
Yeah.
These are all those. On YouTube, I'm Wendy Kimani, of course.
Yeah.
On IG, on TikTok, Wendy Kim's. Wendy Kim's music as well.
Yes, the official page.
Exactly, the official page. You can find my music there.
Yeah.
Look for Just For You. I want you guys to go in those comments and tell me what you think.
All right.
Yeah, I love talking to my peeps.
All right. And then for those girls who know her, someone called Trish Kiki, Akina Keshi, Akina Stenyo.
The girl, the sorority.
The sorority, yeah. Them they just know her as Kawens.
Kawens.
Underwater. So you've learned Dutch now. Are you fully
No, I speak like a third grader, like a 3-year-old.
Oh, that's so cute.
But it's bad.
I'm trying to imagine when my son speaks and then you're like, oh, there you are competing with like a 3-year-old.
Ik wil gaan naar the market. God, it's bad. My son looks at me, he's like, Mom,
Like,
it's okay, just speak English. Just speak English.
So how do you say bye then? At least you know how to say bye, because we did
of course.
say bye.
Those are the usual ones. You say, it's usually kind of sing-songy, like, and you say it many times.
Okay, why?
Do.
That's nonsense.
You have to say, that's how you
just
say
speak English when you
No, but that one, even the Dutch people will say yes. She's correct. Do da.
Okay, thanks for watching the podcast. Do da.
So what pairs well with a light brew? Heavy conversations, of course. Visit ke.thebar.com and grab a Tusker Lite to turn up the light as you listen to your fave podcast. Excessive alcohol consumption is harmful to your health. Not for sale to persons under the age of 18.